In this session of diversity in living organisms, we are going to study about Kingdom Plantae. The plants are multicellular eukaryote with cell wall. They contain chlorophyll for photosynthesis. The first level of classification of plants depend upon whether the plant is well differentiated with distinct components. The next level of classification is whether they contain any special tissues for conduction of food and water. The division of Kingdom Plantae are Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, Angiosperms and Gymnosperms. Now let us see one by one about the characteristics. Thallophyta, they do not have well differentiated body design. They don't have stem, root, leaves, flowers. So their body is not differentiated into any organ. It comprises of algae and the habitat is aquatic. The examples of Thallophyta are Spirogyra, Ulthrix, Cladophora and Chara. The next level of Kingdom Plantae is Bryophyta. They are also called as amphibians. We know that amphibians can live both on land and water. So this Bryophyta can grow both on land and water, and they have differentiated into stem and leaf-like structure. Still, they do not have any specialized tissues for conduction of water and minerals. Few examples of Bryophyta are moss and marsantia, etc. The Pteridophyta have well differentiated body design of plants into root, stem and leaves. It also has a specialized tissue for conduction of water and other substances from one part of the plant to another part. Examples of Pteridophyta are Marsilia, fern, horsetail, etc. Now, depending upon the reproductive organ, the structure of reproductive organ, the Kingdom Plantae is classified as cryptogam and phainogams. The cryptogam comprises of thallophytes, bryophytes, and pteridophytes, which have an embryo called as spores. So whenever there are favorable condition or moisture, these spores germinate into the plants. The reproductive organs are not very clearly seen, or we can say it is hidden in cryptogams. On contrary, phanerogams, they have well differentiated reproductive tissues and make seeds. Gymnosperm and angiosperms have seed as a result of reproductive process. Phanerogams are further classified whether the seeds are naked or enclosed inside fruit. They consist of embryo along with stored food so that while germination it can provide food to the germinating embryo. So, under phanerogams, let us see gymnosperms. Gymnosperm, the word is derived from a Greek word, namely gymno means naked and sperma means seed. So the seeds are not enclosed into the fruit. These plants are basically perennial, evergreen and woody. Examples are deodar and cycas. Angiosperm. Angio means cover, sperma, seed. So seed are covered in a fruit. They are also flowering plants. The seeds develop inside an organ which is modified to become fruit. The plant's embryo inside the seed have a specialized structure called as cotyledons, and these cotyledons are seed leaves because they emerge and become green when the seed germinates so that they provide nourishment and nutrition for the germinating seed. The angiosperm are divided into two groups based upon the number of cotyledons which they contain, namely monocotyledon or monocot, dicotyledon or dicot. So monocotyledon contains single cotyledon or they are single cotyledon. Examples are wheat, maize, etc. Whereas the plants which have two cotyledons are called as dicotyledons or dicot. Examples peas, beans, gram, etc. Now let us see the difference between monocot and dicot. As we have discussed a couple of minutes back, that the seed of monocot have a single cotyledon, whereas the dicot have got two cotyledons. Roots. Roots of monocots are fibrous. Example, if you pluck a grass and see the roots are fibrous, whereas dicot, the roots are taproot. When you see the leaf in monocot, the venations, the veins are running parallel, whereas in dicot, it is reticulated vein in dicot leaf. And if you see the vascular bundle, the monocot vascular bundles are scattered, whereas the dicot, the vascular bundles are arranged in ring. Monocot flowers are multiple of 3 and dicot flowers are multiple of 4 or 5. When you see the pollen structure under microscope, the monocot have single furrow, whereas 3 furrows are observed in dicot. The examples of monocot are wheat, corn, orchids, etc. Whereas dicot, the examples are sunflower, buttercups, beans, apple tree, etc. So in this session, we have dealt with different divisions of Kingdom Plantae. In next session, we will start with phylum, different phylum of Kingdom Animalia. Thank you.